Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well and staying safe during this pandemic. Today's video is going to be me sharing my unpopular K-pop opinions with you all. If at all during this video I say something you disagree with, please respect my opinion and kindly voice your thoughts down in the comments below instead of arguing. With that said, please enjoy my ranting and let's begin. I have heard a lot of people say they think Blackpink will disband in the near future, especially with rumors of a new YG girl group circulating, but I don't think they'll disband anytime soon. Blackpink is one of the biggest sources of revenue for YG currently, and they have some of the most streams within the current girl groups of K-pop, so the likelihood of them disbanding anytime in the near future is probably little to none. Unfortunately, instead of realizing he has a girl group with over a billion streams on YouTube, is one of the most popular K-pop acts internationally, and has some of the most well-rounded members in the industry, YG will continue to be a roach and mistreat Blackpink. The girls are being used as cash cows for YG Entertainment, only being brought out of their dungeon once a year for a half-assed comeback. Some modeling deals and random promotions. YG knows he doesn't have to give Blackpink comebacks, because no matter what, Blinks will still buy and stream anything Blackpink releases, until Blinks realize the power they have in protesting with their wallets, and not just Twitter threads. YG will continue his mistreatment of Blackpink. This is an opinion I feel very passionate about. In fact, I want to make a whole separate video on this, so I'll try to keep the ranting to a minimum, and give you a brief explanation on why I think CLC and NCT have two of the most revolutionary and interesting concepts in the K-pop industry. For those who don't know, CLC's overall group concept is being able to do any type of concept and always changing their concept every come back, whether it be dark, cute, girl crush, etc. The reason I think CLC's concept is so revolutionary is because legitimately no girl group is doing it like them. Yes, your favs may do a cute concept and then a girl crush concept, but CLC's members were debuted with the intention of being able to pull off any concept needed for their comebacks, meaning the girls themselves are so versatile and talented to no end. By not forcing themselves to portray one main image as a group, it means they can do any type of concept and not have fans breathing down their throats by saying it's not what the girls normally do, blah blah blah. It also is a great marketing strategy. By Cube, not only can CLC do popular comebacks for the mainstream K-pop market, but they can also do less popular concepts for fans looking to see versatility. But that's the only time I will compliment Cube, because their mismanagement and mistreatment of CLC is so unbelievably disgusting. It's unreal. Help me trend #CLC full album 2020 on Twitter, or I'll kick your kneecaps. Going back to NCT, their overall group concept is having unlimited members, with the ability to debut new members anytime, and create new subunits whenever they are needed. Not only is this a unique concept, but it helps NCT be adaptable to any trends within the K-pop industry by having skilled members in every category debuting all the time and new subunits being added every year. Not only is it interesting and not just your everyday standard boy group concept, but again it is a great marketing strategy. SM only last year broke directly into the Chinese music industry by their debut of Wavy, a Chinese-based subunit of NCT. A big complaint about NCT's unlimited members concept that I see, especially on unpopular K-pop opinion videos, is the fact it is hard to stan a group with so many members as a new fan. But I know for a fact all y'all are doing this quarantine are watching Yauta Ball Day. So instead of complaining about having to learn 21 people's names, shut up and sit down Karen and stream kick it instead of complaining about our boys in NCT staying winning. LMAO, this opinion is kind of random, and also probably the most likely one to piss people off, but please remember compatibility is subjective, so I'm not going to go too far down the rabbit hole with this one besides saying I'm not sure why, but I can just never seem to get into Hyuna's music, because her personality kind of intimidates me, if I'm being honest. I can't narrow it down to one thing, but I think it may be that her and I have very opposite personalities, so that's probably why I don't really like her personality. However, this is no hate to her. I'm sure she's quite nice and she's extremely talented. IDK, she just seems a little off-putting to me, haha. The fact that people think it's his Liar is a bad or lazy dancer doesn't make sense to me. Like, have you seen this girl? She clearly is putting her heart and soul into every one of her performances, but some of y'all still gotta put her down. Itzy is known to have a strong dance line, with Yeji and Chiriang being arguably two of the best dancers of the fourth generation. However, when you have such strong dancers within a group, weaker dancers are obviously going to be highlighted more. Liar is not a bad dancer, she's simply just not as good as other ITZY members, which is not a bad thing as each of the girls is talented in their own ways. It's so disheartening to see Liar put down for the way she performs. Liar was only a trainee for 2 years before she debuted, so she did not have as much time as other idols to work on her skills before debut. Y'all are trying to make Liar out to be the next Jennie instead of supporting and encouraging her to improve her dancing capabilities in the future, which is horrible. People complain about the toxicity of the K-pop community and tweet out RIP when K-pop idols commit suicide, yet those are the same people who are the first to criticize idols like Liar for any little mistake they make. Idols are humans too, and we shouldn't treat them like they should be perfect. Instead, we as fans should let idols know their quote-unquote imperfections are exactly what make them so amazing and what makes us want to support them. I see a lot of so-called K-pop stans saying they love K-pop, but only stan one or two groups. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with just being a Mamamoo fan or a GOT7 fan, for example, but don't say you love the entire genre and act like you're super invested in it when you're only really an ARMY or Blink or whatever. And this is no shade to anyone who is just a fan of one K-pop group. I'm not saying you have to stan a certain number of groups to listen to K-pop. I'm just saying it doesn't really make sense to say you like an entire genre when you only like a couple songs or groups. When I first was introduced to K-pop, I only really listened to BTS, so I considered myself to be an ARMY, nothing more. A year or two later I began to listen to more groups, like Blackpink, CLC, Day6, etc., and that was when I first started to consider myself a K-pop stan, because I realized I enjoyed the entirety of the genre and not just a couple songs and groups. Personally, I just think it's silly to say you're a fan of K-pop when you only listen to one or two groups and don't even enjoy a majority of their discography. Again, no shade to anyone who only stans one K-pop group, because there's nothing wrong with that. There's just no reason to call yourself a K-pop fan in that situation, in my opinion. Before y'all come at me with your pitchforks and knives in the comments, please let me explain. Something I've noticed over the years of stanning K-pop boy groups is that a majority of the time, their concept stays the same. It's either a very mature concept or a dark concept. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with those types of concepts, because lots of fans enjoy them. I just wish people would stop claiming boy groups are more versatile than girl groups when girl groups legitimately are doing cute concepts, dark concepts, girl crush concepts, teen crush concepts, mature concepts, etc. Yes, of course there are exceptions to this. In my opinion, BTS and NCT are two boy groups who are pretty versatile, but as a whole I feel like girl groups have a tendency to be a lot more versatile than boy groups. This doesn't make male idols any less talented, by the way. It just means they have a tendency to stick to similar concepts a lot more than girl groups. LMAO, this is another kind of random unpopular opinion, but this is just a PSA for everyone who says Everglow only does girl crush concepts. Everglow's B-side tracks are some of the best for rookie K-pop groups, and that's on period. They have E+1, which is a ballad, Moon and Hush, which are more chill fun songs, You Don't Know Me, which has more of a cute concept feel to it, and Reminiscence. Their 2020 EP is my favorite album of this year so far. It's literally so good. Stop sleeping on Everglow B-sides, y'all. Stan talent, stan Everglow. I've recently been getting into Idol, and one thing I've started to notice about their choreography that I cannot stand is how they always have a member standing in front of another member. Idol is a 6-member group, so I get that sometimes choreography may look a little unbalanced and awkward sometimes with an even number of members. However, it just really rubs me the wrong way that their dances legit will have members looking like backup dancers. Like, why the fuck is any idol standing in the back behind people in any dance? It just makes them seem less important and relevant to the group, which is something I notice Idol does quite frequently. I'm going to insert a couple of clips of Idol's choreography for some of their title tracks so you guys can see what I mean. Sorry, I know those are really specific instances, but those are almost all of their title tracks, and in every single dance of this you can see a member of Idol being moved to the back, so another member can stand in front of them. If Cube was going to make a 6-member girl group, make a 6-member girl group. Stop ignoring a member every time you give them choreography for their songs, period. That's all the unpopular opinions I have for you today, lovelies. If you disagree with any of my opinions, please let me know why down in the comments below. I'm totally open to changing my mind or further educating myself. If you agreed with any of my opinions, which ones and why. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content from me. Stay safe and I love you all.